A brand new Metroidvania is out, or should I say Aeterna Lucis demo is out. I'm gonna give you my first impressions about the game and what you can expect out of Aeterna Lucis. So let's not waste time and let's go. Now, to say some words about Aeterna Lucis at the start. The game comes from Aeternum Game Studios and it continues the story of Aeterna Noctis. So, as far as the story goes, where Aeterna Noctis ended, in the tower, where you get to kill Queen of Light, this is where Aeterna Lucis moves on. Now, you play as a Queen of Light with a new cycle, reborn again, but this time you play as a Queen of Light instead as the King of Darkness. So we play as the Queen of Light, and that's the story. Something is happening now in the world, there is corruption, it's on you to figure out what's happening. Now, how's the story, how's the presentation? That's the most important thing. There are cinematics in the game, as far as I know, and there is a lot of voice acting as well. This time it's not the Eternian language, this time it's classic English dub. Voice acting on the Queen of Light is quite good. So, as far as the story goes, it's gonna be pretty much on the same quality level as Aeterna Noctis, so you can't expect something new there. It's the story, we play a Metroidvania after all, yeah. Now, as far as game bugs and optimization goes, and how is the game right now in the demo state, it's bloody perfect. I haven't played a Metroidvania this smooth for a long time. There's zero bugs, zero glitches, the game is optimized to perfection, controls are smooth and tight. I played the game on a PlayStation 5 gamepad and I got nothing bad to say about a game. This is like flat 10 out of 10. But for real, it works phenomenal. You can't believe until you try the game. Demo is free, check it out, it's really butter smooth. Now, game time, there are assumptions and then there's the things that I know about the game that I can't share with you, but the game is gonna be huge. Not as huge as Aeterna Noctis, but it's gonna be huge nonetheless, considering Aeterna Noctis is the longest Metroidvania in the history of mankind. Yeah. You can also expect a lot of freaking hours out of Aeterna Lucis, but don't expect 100 hours like for Aeterna Noctis. Also, it really depends what difficulty you plan to play on. Now, as far as the difficulty goes, we got Aeterna mod and Lucis mod. Aeterna mod is less platforming, easier enemies and bosses, so a more Metroidvania-like experience, while Lucis mod is insane. Or should I say, there's a lot of platforming, a lot of hard fights, and the bosses are stronger. You get to pick what you wanna play out of this. These are basically two different games, cause on Aeterna, map layout changes to be drastically easier than on Lucis. So pick what you like. I like Lucis more, cause it really offers a lot of challenge, and I will be playing the game on Lucis, of course. Anyways, all of those mistakes from Aeterna Noctis, when there was only one game mod, it was hard mod, now it's fixed, now you got easy mod and a hard mod. Now what about maps? Graphics. As you can tell, it's quite insane, because the backgrounds that you see over here on the main screen are in the minimap. And that goes for every single area. You can see every single area. You don't need to mark anything on a map, so you don't forget about it. The game shows all chests, all books that you missed, all of the secrets that you see on the top left. The game will show on a map, and what's even better is gonna show the background so you can't forget. Minimap is absolutely brilliant. User interface is absolutely brilliant. Butter smooth, crystal clear. You can see it in a upper left corner. We got health, mana, spells that we can cast, as well as 2 dashes this time, which I'll leave for the gameplay part. But as far as maps and graphics go, we're gonna have again huge map variety, we're gonna have great amount of secrets, and what's most important, we're gonna have crazy boss variety as well. But what about the graphics? Graphics are a mix of Aeterna Noctis and Summum Aeterna. So we got the smoothness of Summum Aeterna with the vibe of Aeterna Noctis. So we got combo out of those 2 games merged into Aeterna Lucis. Graphics are just phenomenal, our art style is really nice, and you can clearly see everything that happens on a screen. If you die, you died because you don't pay attention. Enemies, again, are quite aggressive, so be careful. Now, how's the gameplay? Let me show you one sequence of platforming on Lucis mod. So we dash through here, then we go with double dash again, dash dash, and then you either fail or you move through. Yeah. And then you get a book here, now you need to go back. Okay, that's only one small sequence. There's a lot of sequences like this on Lucis mod. And that's the gameplay as far as platforming goes. So, what else? Secrets, there's a bunch of hidden walls, there's a lot of backtracking, there's now again double dash. One dash is left and right, the other dash can go in all directions, down, up, corners, everything that you can think about, it's in the game right now. It's a perfect Metroidvania basically, yeah. And the other part about gameplay would be like straight up combat. They removed contact damage from Aeterna Noctis. There is no contact damage anymore, okay? So now the combat is also drastically easier, but don't expect you won't die out of enemies. You're gonna die because a lot of them have like plethora of different movesets. For example, you can see this enemy, he can also do the whirlwind attack, the kick attack, the, I don't know, punch attack in the air and so on. There's a lot of variety and you need to pay attention on everything. But gameplay, and the most important part that I can say about the gameplay, it's extremely fun and it's extremely fast-paced and smooth, and that's the best thing about Aeterna, yeah. Now, in combination with the gameplay, of course, it goes with leveling and itemization as well. So, what do you do in the game? This is only demo, there's gonna be more things to do that I just can't talk about, but what we got right now is the throne, and on a throne you can level up your abilities. We got sword, bow, and healing. The 4th one is locked, and there's gonna be more. The more points, or should I say regal flames, you put into the skill tree, the stronger the sword or the bow becomes. Yeah, that is the first part of the game, the classic skill tree leveling. You don't get XP out of killing enemies, you need to find regal flames on the map. They're usually hidden, so explore the map. And the other part would be relics, like in Aeterna Noctis, like in Hollow Knight, like in Nine Souls, like in, I don't know how many different Metroidvanias already, but we got something that's called relics and we got slots, okay? And then we equip relics that give you increased damage with sword, increased damage with bow, faster movement, tankier, Queen of Light, then the magnet here, for example, the relic that they gave during this demo and so on. There's gonna be a lot of relics for you to play with, which means a lot of different builds in the game. Now, as far as NPCs and enemies go, and my first impression of them, they're way more aggressive than they used to be in Aeterna Noctis. Okay, now we got more aggressive enemies, and enemy variety is gonna be as huge as it was in Aeterna Noctis, as well as the boss variety. I was shocked by how freaking cool the first boss was in the demo, because the first boss actually felt like it's not a tutorial boss at all. Okay, it felt great. the first boss in the game, and the design was great, and I just loved it. So, what we can expect out of Aeterna Lucis is pure quality and probably the best Metroidvania of 2025. Even if Silksong is out, this is a higher quality, and I'll explain why at the end of this video. Now, we go to the last section, that would be music and sound. We got reworked Aeterna Noctis music. Maybe there's gonna be some new songs as well, but there is no point in getting new songs for Aeterna Lucis, cause Aeterna Noctis songs are just freaking epic and brilliant. Yeah, and all you need are Summum Aeterna and Aeterna Noctis songs merged and reworked into Aeterna Lucis, and you got phenomenal music. As far as sound effects go, they're also fine, as well as now the full game is voice acted compared to Aeterna Noctis. So again, huge potential for this game. My final verdict of this demo is brilliance. Okay, and I don't know if we can top Aeterna Noctis as the best Metroidvania of all time, but I know that if you give me now the option to play full game Silksong or full game Aeterna Lucis, I would pick Aeterna Lucis. Now, why would I pick Aeterna Lucis? The reason is very simple. They innovated a lot from Aeterna Noctis. Better engine, better movement, smoother game. It looks phenomenal, it plays well. Everything that Hollow Knight does, this one does, and it looks better along the way. So that's the reason why I would pick Lucis. Also, I know it's gonna be drastically longer than Silksong, like Aeterna Noctis was 5 times bigger than classic Hollow Knight. Okay? And if you give me those two games right now and tell me play something first, I would pick Aeterna Lucis. I don't even need to think about it, I would pick Aeterna Lucis. For example, this is how secret areas look like. Accidentally I found one right now, so I can show you. Anyways, people, this game is going to be amazing, and probably I won't say it's gonna be game of the year for 2025, because unfortunately Clair Obscur Expedition 33 will probably win that, but Aeterna Lucis will be my close second option and a GOTY contender for sure. I can tell by the demo, I don't need to see anything else, this is a brilliant game. If you really wanna try a new Metroidvania, and one of the best Metroidvanias ever created, play Aeterna Noctis first and then jump into Aeterna Lucis. You got time, the game will be out, I don't know, in 2, 3, 5 months, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be out soon. Just make sure that you play Aeterna Noctis, cause the story for Aeterna Lucis continues on Aeterna Noctis, and that's the most important part. Now, don't sit here anymore, go and play Aeterna Noctis, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.